this three-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Marcus Stroman gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Striding into the box, Lorenzo Cain, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First offering on its way. Underway now for Sunday Night Baseball as the first pitch is swung on and missed as we get the series finale underway. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, D-Row, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning Game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
And now a slider is swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's Brock Holt now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Head-to-head history with Marcus Stroman. He has 7 hits in 27 at-bats. 1 out, nobody on. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. The 2-0.
3-0.
Waiting next, there's Christian Yelich. Brewers shortstop ahead with a 3-1 count. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Once again, a 3-2. A bouncer up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
And here's Christian Yelich now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He'll enter play right at .333. 7 homers and 23 driven in. Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. Holt stands at first with 1 out. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Bullet back up the middle. Nimmo is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting fourth, the second baseman, Keston Hiura.
So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And in at the plate steps Keston Hiura. Has a look, now the pitch. High in the air out to center field. On the run is Nimmo. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Brewers strand 1. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Freddie Peralta starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, his last start wasn't a particularly good one, and he was rattled around a little bit. Couldn't get through the 4th inning. He's going to have to look to rebound here. He's going to need much better stuff than he took to the mound in his last start.
Coming to the plate now, Brandon Nimmo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Brandon.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. Well, they come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've had a rough go of it of late as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Lifted in the air to center field. Kane is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, no left fielder, Jake Marisnick.
Here's Jake Marisnick. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. The pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
So here's Pete Alonso. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First pitch coming. Here it is. He had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
From the belt, the pitch. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Throw over to first, and he's back in standing. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back in there. The 0-2 delivery. Off is Marisnick. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Riding in, Avisail Garcia. And he's a guy who's been absolutely terrific over the last couple of series. Really swinging it well. Now here's the pitch.
0-1's the count.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That is 6.
Here's Eric Sogard.
7. Eric Sogard.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
Orlando Arcia will pinch hit here and finish the at-bat following the injury. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting 7. The first baseman, number 12, Justin Smoke.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in next, the switch-hitting power bat of Justin Smoke. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Popped straight up. Stroman calls for it. And that's the third out. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we are tied 0-0. Orlando Arcia remains in the game playing third after entering the game as a pinch hitter in the previous half inning.
Number 3.
At the plate, Michael Conforto, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Leading up for the
First delivery to him on the way.
Michael.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside, see if the fish are still biting.
The 1-2 pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
Waiting on deck here is Robinson Cano. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Batting 6. The second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano the next to dig in. And you can see great numbers over the past few games. First pitch on its way. Peralta is known to have exceptional stuff. His strikeout numbers are eye-popping, but at times he does get himself in hot water with the base on balls.
Matty V, the stuff has never been a question with this guy. It's been about containing the stuff and having command of the strike zone. He has really good strikeout pitches. The problem is he'll get ball 1, he'll get ball 2, and he sometimes isn't really in attack mode, and that leads him to walking a lot of batters.
3-0 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. He's safe. A great recovery, but he couldn't get it there in time.
Batting center, the catcher, Wilson.
So a runner on first with one out now. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. From the stretch.
Ball one.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Runners on first with one down. And this is on the ground is short. Could be two. To second for one. On to Smoke in time for an inning-ending double play. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll go now to the top of the third. And we are tied 0-0. So striding in, Manny Pena, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off there 1-0.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Good back-to-back sliders right there. That just tells me that he feels really good about his breaking ball, and if he continues to have good command of that hard slider, he should continue to do well in this ballgame.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
In now, Freddie Peralta. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
2-0 count, the pitch. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Rosario onto the grass, but he won't get there. It falls in. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Wow, throw a tent over it and bring out the clowns. Look like a 3-ring circus out there. One outfielder mistimes his jump and the ball gets past him. His buddy has to back him up and get the ball in. A good thing, too. Otherwise, it could have been a triple or even an inside the Parker.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He was a strikeout victim to open up the ball game. Now the 0-1. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. One out and a runner on second base. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Now a swing and a miss at the hard sinker, and they're back to even 2-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Brock Holt.
Stepping up to the plate, Brock Holt. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Cano fields it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leaves 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Welcome back as the Mets prepare for their third turn batting in this one. And fans of the Metropolitans have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. They come into the day tops in the majors in team batting average. And talking with some of the players and coaches prior to the game, many of them told me that's something they take a lot of pride in. Batting average isn't as highly valued as it once was, but they said it's a clear indication that they're doing a lot of good things in the batter's box to help the team collect W's. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading up.
Bottom of the inning now. Next up for New York, Marcus Stroman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1.
Ooh, wait, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
Hit out towards second. He's got it. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central.
Rosario.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of thump at the plate right now. Here comes the first pitch. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit hard to the right. Foul. The 1-2. Lays off. 2-2 now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Two balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Bounce to first. Reined in. Holt for 1. On to first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. 1 hit's all they get. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Stepping into the box, Christian Yelich. He's a dangerous hitter indeed as the reigning batting champion in the National League.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Base hit into right center.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
The 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Into the box now, Avisail Garcia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And here's a foul ball just off to the right as they get ahead of him here, 0-2. Pause, and the 0-2. Sliced hard on the ground, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, D-Row, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
That misses. 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the belt, kicks and deals. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit. 2 runs have scored. And he's in safely to third as they jump out ahead with 3 runs scoring on the play.
Man, I'm not sure I've ever seen a play like that before. To say that error was costly would be a big understatement. Looked like a circus act out there.
Here's Justin Smoke now. High in the air out to center field. Marisnick is after it. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And that's the first out of the inning.
The catcher, Manny Pena.
Stepping in, Manny Pena looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Four runs here in this half inning. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are two away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Freddie Peralta.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and into bat next will be Freddie Peralta. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Popped up. Alonso in foul ground. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they score 4 times on just 3 base hits, 1 error, and no one left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Brewers 4 and the Mets nothing. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
If this offense is going to be this aggressive, I'm going to expect this pitcher and catcher combo to expand the zone.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the move is Garcia. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Jake Marisnick.
At the plate, Jake Marisnick. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0. Hot shot on the ground is short. Scooped up. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
That play is indicative of how their entire season has gone so far. They make the routine plays difficult, and if there's a tough play, they really struggle with it. They need to tighten up their fundamentals so they can get back on track.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And digging in is the outfielder, Michael Conforto. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Brewers lead it 4-0. And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Rosario is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Up next for Milwaukee, the shortstop, Brock Holt.
Next for Milwaukee, Brock Holt, a hit in 2 tries so far. First offering on its way. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. Now a ball lined softly here toward the right side, but foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Marisnik. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Christian Yelich.
Now at the plate, Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Yeah.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
2 out, nobody on. Fouled straight back, and that got up here to the press box. The next 0-2. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they're in front 4-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Here's Robbie Cano now.
Leading off.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Got him.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Ramos.
So the base is empty here with one away. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball one, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Misses. Ball two.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 2-1.
Nope, outside.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is foul right side. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4. J.D. Davis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 28, J.D. Davis.
That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
Man at second here with 2 away. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. Fielded cleanly, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. They're down 4-0. Paul Sewald will come on to take over on the mound now, and he'll hit in the 3rd spot in the lineup as a part of the double switch. J.D. Davis remains in the game, batting 8th and manning left field. And that'll bring up Keston Hura. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Conforto is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The left fielder, number 24, Avisail Garcia.
In now, Avisail Garcia. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here comes the pitch for Garcia.
Hey.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-hole hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. One out, nobody on. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Wind up and the 0-1 on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Brewers 4 and the Mets nothing. So here's Jeff McNeil. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
The third baseman, number 6.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. That's popped up. Arcia has a play. 1 down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Yoenis Cespedes will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
So now to the plate, Pete Alonso, as he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Ground ball left side. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail here 4-0. Brad Brock is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 29, Brad Brock.
Seventh inning ready to roll. Digging in once again, Justin Smoke. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Now the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Now batting, catcher.
At the plate, Manny Pena. No hits to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. A softly hit ball here, foul, off to the left side, and it's strike 2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 home. Way outside. 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Standing in now, Freddie Peralta. Now a bunt attempt here. This is foul for the first strike. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
Ready for another shot now. Lorenzo Cain, runner in scoring position with two gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike one. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit softly on a line, but this is a foul ball. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Brewers strand one, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Ready once again, Michael Conforto. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Ready on 1-2. Hit hard up the middle, reined in. And he's going to beat the offline throw to first as the first baseman couldn't get the foot back in time.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
You know what, Dero, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
Cano waits on the first pitch. The second baseman, Robinson Cano, is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. This is pulled into right. Yelich is there, and he has it for the out.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
So digging in now, Wilson Ramos. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Runners on first with 1 down. On the ground to the left side. And that is through into left field, a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
J.D. Davis, the next to bat, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball well outside. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. The 1-1 home. Hit on the ground to short. And that's through for a base hit. Garcia gets it back in, and that'll hold the runner at third base. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Standing in, Ahmed Rosario. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball one. With runners in scoring position this season, Rosario brings in a batting line above the 450 mark. Do not sleep on his at-bats, folks.
These are the stats the oppositions look at. Being great.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. New inning set to get underway. Now in the box, Brock Holt. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Set and the 1-1 pitch. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. Now the 2-1 is taken for strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Brock Holt now with a full count. Christian Yelich waits on deck. Three-two pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Cano has it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, right fielder.
Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. In is Christian Yelich. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. And he fouls this one off. One out, nobody on. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And the 2-1. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
Stepping in now, Keston Hiura. Hit down the line at first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They lead it 4-0. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. Stepping into the box, Brandon Nimmo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
High in the air out to center field. Kane is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 6.
So stepping in, Jeff McNeil. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
First offering on its way. Low for ball 1. The 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2.
Oh, that's off the plate.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Kane going back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
Now the Brewers manager's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he was able to only get that first out in the 8th, but nonetheless he'll depart with the lead. David Phelps answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. Eduardo Nunez will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away.
Eduardo Nunez.
And he takes ball one. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Nunez is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. The 1-0 home.
That's the ball.
Phelps, originally from the state of Missouri, he was taken in the 14th round during the 2008 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 2-0 on the way. Popped him up. Hira over to his right. 2 gone.
Up next to the bat, the first baseman, Pete.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled off. The 0-1 pitch. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Mets leave 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Dylan Betances enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one. So coming to the plate, Avisail Garcia. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The 0-1 on its way. 1-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
1-2.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Digging in now, Orlando Arcia. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. The 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
So the switch hitter Justin Smoke steps up as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 1-0. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In for strike 2. Misses. Ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Gone in order are the Brewers. So they're in front 4-0. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Brent Suter will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Jed Jerko is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Now batting, Michael Conforto. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Cano waits on the first pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Suter, a 6'5" left-hander. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. He's got it. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Digging in, Wilson Ramos. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. Two out, nobody on. And oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
4-0 the score tonight. The Milwaukee Brewers took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Freddie Peralta notches his 3rd win of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.